Hi everyone. I wanted to do this project share for a video response to Poetspice's challenge giveaway. It is a Vegas showgirl pinup sort of themed giveaway, and so check out her channel for the rules for the giveaway because I don't want to misspeak about any of them. So she had us altering, either creating a tag, altering something, or making a frame or using a frame. But yeah, check out her channel for the giveaway rules, and I'll put the link below. And wanted to share what I used first to make my project. So I used both of these stamps, and these are Betty Burlesque, and these are made by, or I got these from Simply Betty Stamps, and actually the original artist is Alicia Bell. So I used both of these stamps on my project. I also used this Recollections alphabet stickers, and I actually cut the letters out of each one individually. I don't think that you can see it anywhere. Yeah, I cut the letters out because I just wanted the letter part and not the whole square. I used some of these cardstock flourishes, as well as some of this bling here. And these are K & Company. I think they're K & Company. They're the French General line from, I think they are K & Company. But anyway. I used some of these Recollections flowers, as well as some of these roses. And then I also used some bling, and this Jolie's chandelier, some feathers, of course. And then I used this piece of paper comes from the matte stack from DCWV. I think it's like it was like a themed pack, like that had to do with I can't remember the name of it. Hold on one second. It was called the Immortal Love paper stack from DCWV. So yeah, that was probably like a vampire sort of themed. And it was just the colored cardstock, the solid colored cardstock. But this is a foil sheet, and on the back it's white. Sorry about that. And then this one came from a different cardstock. And that cardstock stack is also DCWV, and it's called Black Currant. So it's got blacks and grays and like a plum color as well in that stack. So I used this sheet. I also used my Copics, and I hope you can see that. These are the markers that I used to color the hair, because one of the stamps is a redhead. I made her a redhead. And then these are the markers I used to color the black-haired stamp. So I used two stamps. One is a redhead and the other one's got black hair. And then I used these markers for the skin color. Okay, there's not much to those stamps because they're not dressed. Not really. So here is my project. I created a tag. And if you'll notice that it's double-sided, so one of the stamps is on this side of it and the other one is on the other side. So let me show you one side first. And what I did was I created a tag that actually stands on its own, and I'll show you that in a minute. But this is the Cane Company letters, or sorry, Recollections letters that I used. And I wanted to fashion this sign out of, or similarly to, say, a sign that you see on the side of the buildings that would advertise, you know, different shows or, you know, like hotels, because I like the lettering and the way it works well with the project. So, and then I also created this tassel. Let me see if I can show it to you better. This tassel out of a lot of different lace and some ribbon. What I did was I used a bead cap, a very large bead cap, and I put a head pin through here, through a bead, then through the bead cap and down in and through each of the individual ribbons, and then I came back up again through, and then tied it up in here. So that's how it's anchored in, and there's a loop. And then I created this dangling charm here as well, which has two very large beads on it, and then a spacer bead here with bling around it. So that's all connected to this loop, and then the loop is connected to some chain, so that I can keep the tag closed if I want to. But that's basically on the chain that hangs down, and then this side of the tag has one of the stamps, and I used obviously there's the bling and there's some lace back here on the cardstock. There's the flowers that I've used, the feathers, some bling, and then this I used this stamp. I stickled the red, I don't even know what you call this, the outfit that she was wearing. It's really tiny dots, like it looks like it was, you know, supposed to be like pearls or something like that. So what I did was use stickles to cover that up, and I think it turned out great. Let me see if I can get closer in, if it'll focus. So you can see it's kind of like this little netting she's wearing, and then she's holding one of those feather fans in her hand, and then of course I stickled the high heel shoes that she's wearing as well. So I think this side turned out great, and there's the top, so you can see. And then I've got it clipped. The metal ring, I'm sorry, the chain has a lobster clip on it so that I can remove it and open the tag up, and I'll show you that after I show you the other side. Oh, and there's this elastic band down here. What this is going to allow me to do is if I flip it to the other side, the tag will now open up. So I'm going to do that, but I'll show you the other side first. Okay. So that is the red side of the tag. And then the other side, I've used the black paper. And here's the other stamp that I used, and she's in a different position. She's kind of holding those feather fans in front of her, so she doesn't have any, you don't really see anything except for her head and part of her arm, and then some of her legs. And her feet are so small, but you probably can't see very well, but her shoes are also done in black stickles. And then I used these flourishes back here. There's 3 flourishes on here. To kind of highlight where she is. And then there's a chandelier with some bling on it. I think having bling on it was one of the requirements, as well as using black. And it couldn't just be black from a stamp. So I incorporated it a couple of places. But so here is the tag, and I'm going to have to open up the lobster clasp first before I show you this. So let's see if I can do this. So the tag will stand up on its own, and let me just angle it for you. So that is one side of it, and it's standing on its own because it is double-sided, and it opens up. And then this is the other side. Let me see if I can do this without having the camera fall down. Here's the other side of the tag, if you can see that. And then the inside, the reason I did it this way is so that I can have two different scenes, but also I can still leave a message. You know, if I decide to give this to a friend or send it off to a friend, I can actually put my message inside, and I'm going to stamp the bottom part with my handmade by. And yeah, so this was a really fun project to do. Thank you for sponsoring the challenge giveaway. I really had a great time making it. And let me see if I can get it to stand up so you can see kind of both sides at the same time. Let's see. Right. So yeah, that's kind of how it's supposed to be, where you can actually keep it open, or if you want to hang it on something, you can close it up. So anyway, that's my project share, and I hope you all are having a good weekend. And thanks for watching. Bye.